What's up? What's up, family? Welcome in. This is the JC Money and Coach Craig Sports Show. Hope you guys are ready to talk a little bit of SuperDraft Pro NBA main slate tonight. Games start here in about an hour, a little bit less than an hour. Make sure you're subbed up. Make sure you're subbed up with me on my channel. Make sure you're subbed up with Coach Craig on his channel on YouTube. And make sure you got the notifications turned on because you want to hear some of this shit. We've been winning money. I mean, I won money last night with the lineup you guys helped me with. I won $15. The guy, Van Vliet. I knew it. Just if I would have played Van Vliet over Butler, but Butler was he was like the good. Everyone played him. He was like 60-something% off. So if I would have played Van Vliet, man, if I would have played him, man, I would have won $200 last night.
Yeah, that was a weird game for sure, though, too, because I look up and the Jazz are winning by like 14 all of a sudden, and then I'm like, how the heck did that happen? And then by the end of the game, the Raptors still ended up blowing out, anyways. But it didn't happen quite as early, so it definitely helped out guys like Van Fleet, Siakam, all those guys in the starting unit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. What's up, Dion? What's up, Antonio? What's up, David? What's up, Anthony? Man, I'm hoping you guys have been winning some money. I know. I know you guys were talking earlier about winning some money. I know Anthony won some money.
I think David said he won some too. Yeah.
So, I guess we can get into it. How did you do last night?
So I got, 6th, 6th, and 7th in the pro contest for the Bucks and the Nets game. I got 112th in the one GPP, so I made a little bit of money. It wasn't a lot. LeBron, I didn't play LeBron, so LeBron going off at the end of the game really knocked me down. It knocked me down from like 23rd to like 112th or whatever by the end of it. But I can't complain. Any day in the green is a good day.
The Portis call, that was the call, man. That was a good call.
Well, Wesley Matthews was the big one yesterday because he was only like 13%. Like, I'm like, why nobody play this guy when he had a 2.8 multiplier? He's gonna play 30 minutes. Like,
even with us not playing Portis, like I still made $2. Like I still made money. Even with the one bad play, with your call, Williams was dope. Look at this. Yeah. Bam, David. Any money is good money. That's all I think about. Last night I made $10. I made $12. I made $12 last night. So to me that's good.
Yep.
All right, well, let's get into this stuff. Let's start talking tonight. I guess we can talk about a little bit last night. We kind of got into it, but talk about. I had to put LeBron. Van Vliet was my man, but he wasn't on my sheet. So the guy who won me money last night was LeBron.
Yeah. So Van Vliet, obviously, he had his first career triple double. I know, like we kind of talk back and forth about it, but you play this slate out 10,000 times. It's only going to happen one of the times too. It's just unfortunate that we weren't on him when it did end up happening. It's either the best game of his career or the second best. There was a game last year where he made a crap ton of threes too. So that game, he might have actually scored a little bit more points than this one, but very good regardless. Bobby Portis, who we did have in the COSIX contest for the SuperDraft Pro, he was at 47.5 points before the multiplier, 73.63 after that on the regular slate. So he was very good there. LeBron, like you already mentioned, 73 points last night. He's only got a 1x multiplier because he's LeBron James. Nice to see him back. And then Anthony Edwards, you could have thrown three of these Timberwolves up there last night. Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, and Jared Vanderbilt all did very, very well. So good night for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, dude. Timberwolves, it's so good to see them doing all right. It's really good.
Yeah. They have a lot of talent. They're just not always consistent.
It's the young talent. They got some good stuff. Cat's not always consistent. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, even D'Lo's not that consistent either. D'Angelo Russell
looked good last night.
Yeah, when he's on, he's on. And then
so go ahead. What are you saying?
Yeah, and then those dart throw guys that we did have. So Eric Paschal was somebody I kind of mentioned. Obviously, Rudy Gay didn't end up playing. So when we kind of got that news about 5 minutes before lock, it's like kind of pivot off to him to somebody. I ended up on Eric Paschal myself with that 2x multiplier. He was in that starting lineup. 36.75 points. He was that main point scorer for them yesterday. So he had 73.5 after the multiplier. Reggie Bullock came out of nowhere. You'll have the one random Reggie Bullock game about every year. And this was in the game. I believe he hit like 5 3-pointers in this game. So he ended up with 34.25 before the multiplier, 68.5 after the multiplier. Aaron Wiggins had a decent little game, at 1.8 multiplier. A guy that's super scoring dependent once again as well, 33.25 before the multiplier, 59.5 8.5 after the multiplier. And then Cam Thomas, who was in that Kosix game, he ended up being more a part of the rotation, but we didn't know who that, like kind of 9th or 10th guy was going to be for the Brooklyn Nets yesterday. It was going to be maybe Cam Thomas. It was going to be maybe Bruce Brown. He's ended up playing about 28 minutes. He was playing very well yesterday. 28.75 points. He ended up with 57.5 overall. So those were the ones that were the dart throws that kind of paid off yesterday, at least.
Jesus, dude. So McKinnon just had a touchdown.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. There's no way. Fucking
I hate McKinnon though, but
just makes me laugh. Huss said something about it. Maybe it's the play, but it's like, how is he the play? Yeah, what's the shit? That's like, fuck, that's luck.
That's luck.
That's stupid.
I always like to make fun of him because last year it's like he had those 2 games with the 49ers where he had like a couple.
He made a good play. I mean, he made a really good play. I mean, he juked 3 guys pretty much to make it a touchdown. It was a pretty good play.
But it was just funny last year because he had like those 2 games with the 49ers and he's like, my legs are tired. So I call him old tired legs all the time now.
It was nice watching him play when he was actually the starter for the Vikings. It was pretty dope.
Kind of the starter.
All right, getting into the duds.
Yeah, so at least for the most part, the duds weren't guys that we were really looking at besides probably James Harden. DeMar DeRozan was on the list as well too, but Kevin Porter Jr., this is what you get with Kevin Porter Jr. You'll have like one really good game, then one really bad game. It'll just go back and forth, and you can never predict when it's going to be. So 1.35 multiplier at 18.5 points before the multiplier, so just shy of 25. So that was a guy that you didn't want in your lineup either way. James Harden, last night was just not good for him. Didn't shoot the ball good by any means. It's kind of why the Nets ended up losing that game. Him and Patty Mills really shot the ball poorly. 36.25. Obviously, he had a 1 multiplier, so he's still stuck at 36.25. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he was 29.75 before the multiplier, 1.25 multiplier, ended up with 37.19. So you have games with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander that will be really good. It really just depends if the Thunder are competitive in most games, because if they're not being competitive, we've seen it with other guys like Derek White, he's not going to get the minutes. So then DeMar DeRozan at the 1.2 multiplier, he had 32.25 points before that. Not a bad day by any means, but that's kind of like the floor game for him overall. So he ended up with 38.7 points, but he is having a very, very good season overall. So not too much you can say about those guys. There wasn't like too many like tanks yesterday outside of Kevin Porter. Like the other guys, like they had bad days, but they weren't like god awful,
Anthony, yeah, McKinnon is getting it in. Fuck him.
Hey, what do you have, like a receiving touchdown or something?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if it. Yeah, I think it was. I think he threw it to the side. I don't know if it was, but yeah, I guess it was.
They probably just lined him out wide and threw like a screen pass or something to him. That's like all they ever do with him. So that was the initial guys that we do have in play. I put this one out on Twitter, so that's just the ones that we were looking through late last night, early this morning. Obviously, there's a little bit of news that did change throughout the day too. If you want, I can go over a couple injuries real quick too.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, at least the injuries that we're still kind of looking at. So the Orlando Magic have Cole Anthony and Wendell Carter both listed as questionable. Wendell Carter popped up early on this morning with a hamstring injury. I don't think he plays. Cole Anthony's he's played a couple of these games, but that ankle just keeps on bothering him. So who knows if he plays whether or not tonight. Whoever replaces him, I'm not super interested in, honestly. If Wendell Carter doesn't play, Mo Bamba looks a lot better at 1.4, and he had that nice game the last time out. The Pistons side is pretty much what they've been for a while now. The Utah Jazz pretty much get all their guys back tonight, except Rudy Gobert's out with COVID once again, which is a little ironic since he was the first guy that ever got it in the NBA. And Joe Ingles, he's still on the COVID list. Elijah Hughes, who had a big game last night for them, he's out. He's not on the slate anyways. And then Fitz is out for them as well. For the Pacers, they get Jeremy Lamb and they get Chris Duarte back from the COVID protocol list. And then Malcolm Brogdon, Karis LeVert, Torrey Craig are still out once again. So those are the main ones for the Pacers. Going down to the Bucks. The Bucks are exactly the same as yesterday. Drew Holiday did clear COVID protocol, but he's still out tonight. So whenever the Bucks play again, he should be back at that point in time, though. Charlotte Hornets essentially all the way healthy. New York Knicks, we did get news that Nerlens Noel was ruled out. Kemba Walker was ruled out early on yesterday. Derrick Rose obviously coming off the ankle surgery still. And then Evan Fournier. I think that was Second Take Extras boy last time out. He is questionable. He's got, I think it's a quad injury. but we'll see if he plays or not. Boston Celtics just have Peyton Pritchard and Broderick Thomas out, so we're not too worried about them. Miami Heat, the only thing we're waiting for there is if Jimmy Butler's playing or not. He's questionable. Like I mentioned to you pre-show, it's the last game of the night, so it's kind of unfortunate that one of the biggest players or biggest news in terms of injury-wise is on the last guy slate of the night. And then the Phoenix Suns, they get DeAndre in, they get JaVale McGee, and they do get Jay Crowder back tonight. So guys that were looking pretty good, maybe a Cam Thomas, maybe Jalen Smith's definitely like somebody you don't want to play tonight because DeAndre and JaVale McGee are both back though. So it'd be interesting to see how that Suns team looks tonight. It'd be interesting to see if they still start Cam Johnson since he's been playing very well and Jay Crowder's coming back. Maybe they run Jay Crowder off the bench for a couple games, or maybe they just kind of go back to their normal starting lineup. So that's going to be something to watch out for, but that is the last game on the slate as well.
Yeah, Second Take Extra said got me money with the Greek Freak, and dude, Monk did really well last night. I saw he was shooting the ball really well.
Yeah, that's his thing. If he shoots the ball, if he scores points, he's going to do well. But like he doesn't do a heck of a lot of other things.
Yeah, he looked really good. Yeah, it was a fun game to watch last night. Actually, I mean, I the game cut off. I guess my TV cut off because I was working on some stuff, but I wanted to watch the end of that game. And LeBron, I mean, maybe sometimes I shouldn't watch the game because LeBron came back and actually won me some decent money. I didn't think I was going to get that high. I mean, I was at like 30th place, I think, in the third quarter.
Yeah, that would definitely knock me down for sure. And then there's like all those garbage time points Taylor Horton Tucker got at the end too. It was like, why? Like he's not good, but he got like 12 garbage time points, so he probably would have been a dart throw guy. I think his multiplier was a little bit higher in dart throw guys territory though, but we'll not talk about him too much though. So yeah, is it a JT night or Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown night? So I know for sure it's one of them. It's always one of them. Picking which one's probably the biggest thing, but Tatum really came back. He stepped up last time. They're playing the same Knicks team, so I probably lean with Jason Tatum once again tonight. If you're playing multiple lines, maybe you play the same 6 guys and then just put one line with Jaylen Brown out and one line with Jason Tatum out. That's kind of the way to solve that problem. So if one of them has a good game, one of them has a bad game, then at least one of the lineups is going off. And if your lineup's already doing well around it, you're going to be in the money and it's going to make up for the cost of the 2 entries anyways.
And I mean Tatum last night. I mean, he was just moving the ball around a lot. Like he wasn't really selfish with the ball. Like he was he had a lot of assists last night.
2 nights ago, but yeah.
Melvin Gordon just had a touchdown. I'm pretty sure that was a touchdown.
Cool. All these Javante people.
See, he's not washed up. Yeah, Melvin Gordon touchdown. Yeah. Hell yeah, Second Take Extra. All right, let's get into some of the plays tonight. Talk about some guards.
Talk about some guards. So, obviously, LaMelo Ball's up there. We know what LaMelo Ball can do when he's on 1.1 multiplier. If he's got an average night, he's getting about 44 points. You add on the multiplier, getting up to close to 49. If he has a good night, you're looking at over 50 points plus a 1.1 multiplier. Definitely going to be somebody that you want. So definitely if you're playing multiple lineups, definitely somebody that you're going to want out there. And then Devin Booker, 1.2 points. We know he did shoot, or 1.2 multiplier, excuse me. We know he did not shoot the ball very well the last time out. Should bounce back once again tonight. We don't see too many games of back-to-back bad shooting nights out of Devin Booker. Chris Paul obviously had a triple-double last time. Still at a 1.3 multiplier, looking very good for him because, he projects out for about 38 points before the multiplier. Add on the 1.3 multiplier and looking pretty good once again. Kyle Lowry kind of talked a little bit pre-show, but he got ejected the last game. It was a really stupid ejection, by the way. So I think there's a chance he could come out kind of angry in this game and try to really score the ball pretty well, have a great game overall. It's kind of a stupid narrative, but it is a narrative at the same time. Just really depends if Jimmy Butler plays or not for him. Cade Cunningham, I do like at 1.45. His multiplier went back up, hasn't been shooting the ball the best. They've been in some blowout games. They're not, if they're playing against any team, the Orlando Magic's probably the best team to play against to not get blown out besides the Detroit Pistons and maybe like the Houston Rockets and the Thunder. So at least you have 2 bad teams going against each other. So that should stabilize his minutes and, at least staying on the court and blowout or not blowout time at least. Then Max Strus at 1.6. He's more in play if Jimmy Butler's not going to play. If he's in that starting lineup, once again, he's been doing pretty well, but they are getting healthier. They're getting some of their guys back. So if you got Jimmy Butler out there tonight, if Max Strus isn't starting, I probably wouldn't play him at that point in time, though. He's also eligible. Him and Cade Cunningham are also eligible at forward as well. And then Alex Burks once again at 1.65. If he shoots the ball just a little bit better than he did that last time out where he was 1 for 10, definitely going to be somebody in play once again. I will mention Donovan Mitchell as well. 1.2 multiplier, obviously missed last night, but back once again tonight.
All right, let's get into some forwards then.
Yep. So obviously we got Giannis. He's got that one multiplier. We know what Giannis can do on any given slate. Last night, I think he only had like 53 points, which is not a good game for Giannis by any means, but he can do, he can come out and put up 70 points like LeBron did last night, like Jokic does on a lot of nights. Those guys, there's just no question about them most nights. And especially on a shorter slate like tonight, then yeah. Let's see. So we got Jason Tatum once again at 1.15. Kind of talked about him, kind of talked about Jaylen Brown as well. You can definitely look at Jaylen Brown at 1.2. And then Julius Randle at 1.15. Once again, Randle's definitely in play, especially, if you don't have Evan Fournier, you have some of those other guys there. Julius Randle coming back off the COVID list. He's been playing big minutes. So definitely somebody that I'm interested in once again tonight. He is power forward and center eligible. Center's not like the deepest position today, so you can play him there. You can play a guy like Domantas Sabonis at both positions. So that's very valuable overall. Chris Middleton, he had a pretty decent night last night. He could have had a better night even. So, and 1.3 multiplier definitely in play once again. Bobby Portis at 1.55. We saw what he could do last night, and that was really good.
Oh
I don't expect it to be that good once again tonight, but I still expect, if you're getting 32 points out of him, he's definitely in play once again.
Mm-hmm.
Then RJ Barrett, I know he said, or take extras there saying no RJ if Evan's not playing. So yeah, if Evan Mobley or not even Evan Mobley, Evan Fournier, if he doesn't play, then Barrett's going to get a couple extra opportunities, a couple extra shots. Guy that we'll be talking about in our dart throw section will also take a big bump up as well. And then for forwards, I feel like there's another guy that I had in my notes, but
let me see. I got your notes right here.
Yeah, no, that was it. We got there might have just been somebody else I was thinking of mine, but we're good. So
we are good. Yeah, I mean, you're just hoping that RJ Barrett isn't shooting like he was shooting the other night. Like he was way off. He didn't have much.
Well, he was 4 for 15, but he made the game winner. So that's what counts in real life, but not as much for us in DFS world.
I can see him having a bounce back night, though. I like RJ Barrett. He's pretty good.
Yeah,
he won me money the other night.
He's kind of a streaky shooter too. So if he gets going, then he'll probably stay hot. And when he scores the ball, well, he looks to score the ball a little bit more too as well.
Do you like him or Bobby Portis better?
I think Portis is safer, but Barrett, they both have good upside though. So I think, and I'm not even opposed to playing both of them in the same lineup with a decent multiplier.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of strong forward options today, even just with those 6 guys there. You can play Domantas Sabonis at forward as well. You can play Cade Cunningham. You could play Max Strus if he ends up starting at forward. There's a lot of different options that are available at forward at least.
Yeah, I could see definitely playing RJ Barrett and Portis in a lineup. I might have to do that tonight, and at least in one of my lineups.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Kiefer Sykes, if he starts, I think he's a decent play. Once again, it's kind of one of those dart throws at 1.85. If he doesn't end up starting, then got a little bit of concern with him. But they had him and Dwayne Washington in the starting lineup. Chris Duarte is back today, so I assume he starts for at least one of them, and then they get Jeremy Lamb off the bench as well. So they're a little bit healthier than they've been. But if him or Washington starts, whoever ends up starting, I'd probably like a little bit better. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in the dart throw section as well.
Well, let's get into the centers then.
Yep. Let's see. So centers, I did throw Sabonis on this one, even though he's forward and center eligible. Typically, he plays a little bit more forward, but center's a little bit not as deep today, as I kind of already mentioned. He's very valuable because you can play him at both spots. Same thing with Julius Randle. There's no Malcolm Brogdon. There's no Karis LeVert once again. So Domantas Sabonis looks good. As long as those 2 guys are out, he looks very good. When those guys start coming back and his multiplier still is kind of as low as it is, then that's where he starts to not look quite as good. Let's see. So DeAndre Ayton, he did come back. He's got a 1.25 multiplier. In terms of the regular centers, he may be one of the best ones today, but we don't know if he's going to have a minutes limit. We don't know what his condition is like at this point in time. So playing him is a little bit risky as well. Miles Turner, we've seen him kind of be up and down. I was kind of off him early on in the day when, Malcolm Brogdon and Karis LeVert could be back. Now that they're not back, he looks a little bit better at 1.35 multiplier. Wish his multiplier was just a little bit better, but he's had some pretty good games in recent days. Mo Bamba already talked about a little bit with the 1.4 multiplier. If Wendell Carter does not play, he looks pretty good. And then Omer Yurtseven once again at 1.45. He's been pretty consistent, honestly. He's not that great of a player in real life, but he's putting up enough fantasy points to matter for us because he's getting consistently 31 to 34 fantasy points. And then you take that one by 1.45, you're getting up to like 49 points out of him.
What do you think about what do you think about Robert Williams tonight?
Yeah, it's just kind of he's like a dart throw, but he's a low multiplier dart throw. Like, you know, he's not going to get 7 blocks again. So, like,
Yeah, you caught up.
you're kind of chasing points at that point. Like, he has those big games where he gets 4 or 5 blocks or more, and then they're not usually like back to back or anything like that too. So it could happen once again. There might be a couple extra people chasing today because of that as well. So not anybody I'm really like going after. Him and Al Horford, they both have similar upside, but one of them's going to go off. If any of them go off, one of them's going to go off, and the other one won't. So it's just it's not predictable at this point in time. So if you're playing in like a big GPP and you want to take that chance, I don't have a problem with it though.
Talk about some dart throws.
Yep. So dart throws, there's a couple that I have on here. There's a couple more that I added to my notes throughout the day as well. So Emmanuel Quickly is probably the biggest one. If Evan Fournier gets ruled out 1.75, he should see some extra minutes. Probably still won't end up starting. He might end up starting. I guess I shouldn't say he won't, but they've been kind of hesitant to start him at times. So they still could throw a guy like Quentin Grimes or Deuce McBride in the starting lineup and then him play big minutes off the bench once again. So definitely in play, has a bunch of upside there. Doesn't have quite as safe a floor than some of these other guys. But he does offer that pretty good upside. I don't think a lot of people are going to be chasing him tonight. Wesley Matthews, who we did see in our Co-6 contest last night, 2-time multiplier, you know, a guy that should be out there playing 30 minutes. If he can get you like 25 points, you're looking at a guy that can get you up to 50 after the multiplier.
I like Emmanuel Quickly. I think he might be a good play tonight.
He could, yeah. So I do see Second Take Extra says Evan Fournier is out. Let me just check my sources too to see if I'm seeing the same thing.
I thought you said that he had you were telling me that he was like banged up.
Yeah, it's a thigh. So I thought it was a quad thigh. It's tomato pretty much in that area. Let's see what we got here. So I'm waiting for this to load. So he is officially ruled out. So that is good. We do have Wendell Carter is officially ruled out as well. And Cole Anthony is in. So the Magic starting lineup that we do have so far is Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, Franz Wagner, Freddie Gillespie will get the start. Please do not play Freddie Gillespie as a dart throw because they've started him a couple different times this year and he's only played like 14 minutes in those starts. Chimo Okeke is on our list here. He's a 1.85. He's going to come off the bench. He'll play more minutes. So if you want to take a dart throw on one of those Magic guys, probably a Chimo Okeke over Freddie Gillespie. But I do like Mo Bamba at 1.4, especially without Wendell Carter now at this point in time. Then going back to the forwards, we kind of talked about Cam Johnson a little bit. Jay Crowder's back. Maybe he starts, maybe he comes off the bench. So that could impact Cam Johnson a little bit, but that 1.75 multiplier, if he's scoring the ball well once again, could be in play. Lance Stevenson, we just have to mention because the last time out, I don't see him getting that many minutes once again, unless he comes off the bench and gets really hot one like he did the last time out, because they do have Jeremy Lamb back. They do have Chris Duarte back as well tonight. In terms of centers, there's not really any dart throws today. I mean, I could throw my boy Udoka Azubuike on there, but I don't think he's going to play big minutes by any means, especially playing behind Hassan Whiteside.
All right, so should we let's see here.
Let's see. Oh, and then like we kind of talked about Kiefer Sykes and Dwayne Washington real briefly. So like I said, whichever one of those two ends up starting, I would have some interested in. Washington's at 1.8 and Kiefer Sykes is at 1.85.
Yeah, I kind of like this quickly play.
Yeah. So I don't think so my thing with him is I don't think he ends up starting, but I think he could still end up playing like 28, 30 minutes in this game. And if he's doing well, if he's shooting the ball well and he's scoring, because the dude can score like nobody else, even though he's really he's not the biggest guy in the world by any means, but if he gets hot, he's going to be a pretty good play once again tonight.
All right, let's see here. So let's set a lineup.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm going to post the Magic starters on my own YouTube channel too for those people.
I mean, I don't know, man. Let's see what he is on here. Where's he at?
Say that again.
I'm looking to see where quickly is.
He's at 1.75.
Come on.
Where you at?
I'm looking for him right now.
Yep.
There he is.
Yeah, so I think he's definitely in play. This slate is very interesting because there's a good mix. So you can get like some dart throw guys that are looking like decent little options. You're getting some mid-range guys that look like some decent little options, and you're getting some of these stud guys with the low multipliers that are decent options as well. So it's going to make for an interesting slate overall. And I think you might have to go with a good little mix. So you might want some guys that you know are going to get you points that got the low multipliers. Take a chance maybe on a guy that has like a 1.5, a 1.45, a 1.55, 1.65 in that area, and then take maybe a chance on a dart throw guy as well. So it's gonna make for an interesting slate. That's definitely for sure.
Yeah, I got a couple lineups I got going, but we're gonna set my $4 lineup.
Okay.
So as a team here, we're gonna set my $4 lineup. Let me see here. Let me get in here real quick. And let me
and we'll be getting some other starting lineups here pretty soon too. Let's see. I think the Pistons one's just coming through.
All right, let me get into here. Let me get into my $4 play. Here, I'll pull it up so you can let me dog in.
So the Pistons lineup remains the same. It's a pretty standard Pistons lineup with Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Hamidou Diallo, Sadiq Bey, and Isaiah Stewart once again.
All right, so let me pull this up. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear me, Pistons lineup's just essentially the same 5 guys they've been starting.
That's good. I threw Portis in. I know I had to throw Portis in one of my lineups.
Yeah, he's definitely got that upside.
I mean, I got RJ in one. I got Portis in one. I think I played. There's another one I played, but let's see here. Let's get into. See any comments? Let's pull this down.
Yeah, let's see
this real quick.
I'll say this too. The Jazz are typically late and coming out with their lineups. They're officially announcing them. There's not anything that we're particularly looking for out of the Jazz in terms of who we expect to start. So it should be Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Royce O'Neal, and Hassan Whiteside. So that should be a pretty standard 5 tonight. I know a lot of times it's like 3 minutes before lock or like 5 minutes after lock when the Utah Jazz lineup does come out. Obviously, we saw last night that, we got the lineup 20 minutes before lock, but then 5 minutes before lock, it's like, oh, Rudy Gay's not playing.
All right, I got my lineup cleared. I just had, my dummy one in there.
Yep.
So make sure that you guys are, if you're on SuperDraft Pro, we'll talk about it later if you're not on it. But if you're new here, new to the channel, or if you've been coming back to the channel, make sure that you are getting in there early and getting dummy lineups in to save your spot, because these do fill up really quick. It's not like you can get the lineups in at last second. Like, there won't be anything available. So you need to make sure you're doing it early in the day at least. Just put in a dummy lineup, save your spots. David, the man, was telling us about it. Anthony's telling us about it. Just make sure you're getting your spots. Be smart about it. Just fill your lineup. You can always edit them later. Always come in on with us and listen in. All right. So let's go through the guards real quick. Let's go through our guards.
Yep.
I think we're going to start Ball, I think we're going to start Ball. He's kind of been – let's look at his shit. I mean, he's on the up.
He's a very safe guy, and he's coming off that triple-double too. So I think he's going to be pretty popular just because he's coming off the triple-double. People usually like to chase points. People like to chase the big things like triple-doubles too. So, like, the next time Fred VanVleet's on the slate, we'll definitely see people chasing him.
Booker definitely had an off night last night.
Yeah, 2 nights ago, I think it was. And let's see. He was what, 5 for 22 or 5 for 23?
Yeah, he didn't do very well.
Yep.
What?
You have that though. These people got to remember too, like, yeah, we're playing a game as DFS, but these players are still human. They're still going to come out. Like, people go out and have bad nights. Like nobody's perfect all the time.
Oh, I agree.
Yep.
So what do you think? Maybe Chris Paul, like he did. I mean, he did well last night. Not very, he didn't score a lot of points, but he got triple double.
Yeah, so I like him because he's safe and he's got the 1.3 multiplier, so he's a pretty safe guy to get you right around 50 points. So if you're looking to take a chance on like maybe one or two players in your lineup, Chris Paul is somebody that you probably do want in your lineup just because he has that safe floor.
All right, we'll do that then. Well, let's get risky on one guard. I mean, I guess we don't have to, but
And so if you were talking, you kind of want quickly, right?
yeah, I like quickly.
Yeah, so then that's kind of your risky guard pick right there.
But I mean, he played really. I mean, what did he score last night?
You can't. It doesn't matter what he did last time. It doesn't matter because like he got. So last time they played, is obviously that game that Evan Fournier got hot. So then quickly lost a bunch of minutes last time out too.
I
so
know,
his
but
score like
I'm talking about when he was playing. He looked really well.
Yeah.
I watched that game.
Yeah, no, he can come out and score the ball. He can score like 12 points in like 2 minutes or like 4 minutes if he really wants to. But
I mean, how does this affect him with Fournier out?
He gets more minutes. He plays more.
I mean, I think this is a smart play.
Yeah. So essentially, there's 48 minutes that those two guys were splitting at one, and sometimes one guy would get 26. Sometimes one guy would get 22. Sometimes they split it right down the middle. But last time Fournier got hot, so then quickly stayed on the bench more.
I think this is a smart play with his multiplier. Like even if he gets up to like 30 points with his multiplier, he's going to be a good play.
That gets you to 51 right there.
Yeah, I mean, last night he had 25 minutes.
Let's see. What it
said. They said 25 minutes.
See, I think he played. I thought he played less than that even.
25 minutes it says right here. 25 minutes he played. And I mean, he's been playing about that. It's probably about his average. So I mean,
yeah, that's what he's average. Yeah, because like I said, him and Fournier, they usually split up the 48.
Depends on if his shooting's on.
Yep. But as long as he plays well, he'll play big minutes tonight.
I don't know. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be good, actually. I think he'll be better than okay.
Let's see. We got a couple more lineups here, too. So the Bucks are starting the same lineup as last night with Giannis, Wesley Matthews, Jordan Nwora, Chris Middleton, and Bobby Portis. So Nwora gets the start once again. If you want to take a risk and play Jordan Nwora at 1.7, that's perfectly fine, but just know he is super scoring dependent. And we saw last night that if you would have played him last night, he would have been a bust.
What's up, Donnie? What's going on, dude? So Hero's a risky if no Jimmy.
So the thing about Tyler Hero is way off right now. Like he cannot make a basket to score to save his life. So like at this point in time, I am not playing Tyler Hero like at all until he starts proving that he can make shots again, because it's been like ever since he came back, he's been awful. So, and I think a lot of people are probably going to have that same opinion. So if you want to if Jimmy Butler gets ruled out and you want to take a shot on Tyler Hero, that's perfectly fine, and hope that he gets the good game once again. But so many people have been chasing it for so long. It's been like 2 weeks where people have been chasing that good game, especially when Jimmy has been playing, and he's just been disappointing every time.
So what do you think here at forward? I mean, I like Tatum. Tatum did really, like I said, one thing I really do like in this playing is somebody who has a lot of assists. Assists are dope.
Yeah, but I mean, Tatum's not a guy that consistently gets a lot of assists either. So
I mean, he was coming off of his injury. Like he was out, right? He was out, or was it injury? Or
he was out for COVID.
Yeah. I mean, he came back and he did all right. But I mean, 1.15 multiplier. I mean, he did right. I mean, he did really well. He came back and did really well. I mean, his shooting was all right.
Yep.
Way better than but a lot of 3-pointers. He made all his free throws. I mean,
we got the Pacers lineup too.
Go ahead.
So the Pacers are starting Kiefer Sykes, Dwayne Washington, Justin Holiday, Domantas Sabonis, and Miles Turner. So Sykes and Washington are both starting tonight. So it looks like Chris Duarte will be coming off the bench. You can take a chance on Sykes. You can take a chance on Washington. I would not play both of them together, obviously, though. But whichever one of those two does better tonight is probably going to get more minutes. So it's kind of a risk because unless Chris Duarte comes in off the bench and just sucks, he's probably going to get more minutes than one of them, even though he's not starting.
I mean, I like Tatum. I like Sabonis too.
Yeah, so I like both of them. Obviously, the nice thing is if you're not like super interested in any of the guys that can only play center, you can play Julius Randle and you can play some bonus at center. So that's probably something I'm doing a lot myself tonight.
I mean, we got to, so with that quickly play, like that's a big risky play. Like to me, I feel like it's risky, but I feel like it's a risk that could definitely, you know, play out. I still want to have some safe plays in case it doesn't.
Yeah,
so I mean, like I feel like Tatum, I feel like, you know, the Greek Freak would be a good one. I think Brown. I don't know if Brown's like the safe play. I think he has an opportunity to do well.
Well,
What about
I don't
Cunningham?
think. I think like we already talked about a little bit before too. I don't think you play Tatum and Brown together. I think you play the same like 6 guys and you just swap them out in 2 different lineups.
I mean, Portis is a good one. I like RJ Barrett. I feel like Portis is probably the better play.
Portis is probably the safer play. And the fact that so the fact that we're playing quickly here, I would not play Barrett just because those 2 guys could kind of butt heads against each other.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Because there's only one ball to go around to shoot. So
no, I agree.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I mean, I think Tatum's the play over. I think Tatum's a good play. I think we'll go Tatum. And then what, Randall and Sabonis?
I think Sabonis for sure. But what if you play Sabonis at center and you play Giannis?
Yeah, I mean, I like that play.
Because that's about as safe as it's gonna get. And then like your lineup's relatively safe except for, you know, quickly. Unless you catch the LaMelo Ball terrible game or something like that. But hold on. I'm updating real quick myself. Do we got any other comments?
No, nothing right now.
Yeah,
so
hold on.
Any more lineups coming?
So we have 4 of them so far. I think the Hornets just came in too. Let me see real quick. So actually we have all the lineups besides the Jazz. So the Hornets are starting LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges, and Mason Plumlee. So a standard Hornets starting lineup. So pretty much there's been no surprises so far. Let's see.
Ooh, Tyreek.
Yeah. So yeah, there shouldn't be many surprises for the Knicks and the Celtics starting lineups. Obviously, it's just whoever starts in place of Evan Fournier. Right now, they have expected starter in Quentin Grimes. He does have a high multiplier, so if he comes out and scores a bunch of points, then he might stay in the game. But I mean, quickly is the safer bet between those two.
Yeah, like quickly.
David's asking about the forwards. If you want to list those off real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna go through it. Yeah, we're gonna go through all the. David, are you asking hold on a second? Are you asking about the lineup? Do you want this lineup, or do you want to hear about the forwards that we had in play?
No, I think he's asking about that one.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go through this whole lineup right now. I'm gonna go through the whole lineup right now, my brother. You know I got you. I always got you. All right, so we went LaMelo Ball at point or at guard. So LaMelo Ball was our play. He's the guy. He's the cover man. So we went Chris Paul too. Chris Paul at guard. And I took a little risk here. I went with Emmanuel quickly. But, I mean, if you don't want to take the risk, what would you play if you didn't want to take the risk?
If you don't want to take the risk, I look at Donovan Mitchell at 1.2. He's pretty safe, or he should be pretty safe. Every once in a while, he has those games where he doesn't shoot the ball well. But I think he's probably one of the safer picks. You can go there. Let me see real quick who else I got here in my notes. So he's pretty safe. I say he's probably the safest one. You could go Booker, but then you have Booker and Paul. You can go Kyle Lowry and hope Jimmy Butler doesn't play. You could go Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham's a little bit riskier too. I'd like his multiplier. I'm playing a decent amount of Cade Cunningham myself, though. Alex Burks is 1.65, but then you run into Quickly and Burks kind of maybe button heads for some shots once again too.
So if you don't want to go with Quickly, there you go. You got a little bit of incentive, a little bit of insight.
I guess I kind of take that back too, just because I was talking about Quickly and Burks and button heads. Though you could actually play Burks instead of Quickly. You could play RJ Barrett instead of Quickly too if you're not sold on Quickly.
Now you're trying to talk me out Quickly or what?
No, I'm just saying those are options. You asked who I could play if I didn't play them, but I think if you didn't play them, the safest one's going to be Donovan Mitchell. Spider.
All right, then so at forward we got our man Portis, Bobby Portis. He went off last night. He did. He looked really good. That was a good call.
And the scary part is he could have been even better because like he had 20 points before halftime and didn't, or like 20 real life points at halftime, and he didn't really score that much after that.
And then at forward, at our second forward spot, we went Jason Tatum. He looked like a beast again last night too. But I mean, obviously he could come down from there, obviously. And then we went the Greek Freak Giannis at forward as well, and then at center we went with Sabonis. So that's the lineup.
Woo!
Ball, Paul, Quickly, Portis, Tatum, Giannis, and Sabonis.
I'm putting another lineup in myself in the $3 contest. But I'm putting one in with Donovan Mitchell. I just feel like playing Donovan Mitchell tonight. I don't know why.
So now I got to get another lineup in.
What, with Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah. I mean,
I really want to play Kyle Lowry too, just because I think there's like this weird narrative that he's pissed off that he got injected the last time out for like the stupidest, tackiest crap ever. Screw it, I'll do it. Thoughts on Franz Wagner?
Either Brazy first.
Yeah. So Max Strus I talked about a little bit. If he's starting, I like him. If he's not starting, then I obviously don't. First of all, if Jimmy Butler plays, probably don't like him. If he's starting, I like him. If he doesn't start, I don't like him. It's pretty simple. And then Franz Wagner. So Franz Wagner, he was dealing with, what was his injury earlier today? He was dealing with an injury earlier today or a sickness. I can't remember which. Hold on. Let me find that information real quick. So I'm kind of off of him. I'm
going to get in another game.
Just make sure you have the right Wagner there because Mo Wagner, his brother, I believe, is at 1.8. Franz Wagner, I believe, is at 1.6. What was the thing? So Mo Wagner was dealing with an ankle injury. So I just don't want to. I ain't gonna do Franz Wagner with an ankle injury.
Where's the new lineup? Enter new lineup. Let's get another lineup in here. Is there any other questions? You know?
No, Breedy just said very factual after that. So I assume that's what he was talking about for Max Strus. That my reply at least.
Guys, Craig's the man. Dude, I told you guys. Did I not say that earlier? I said you need to go with the Minshew. I was saying that earlier on Tyrant's show when he was on. I was like, dude, start up the Minshew.
What time is that? What time's that game start? Do you know?
7:30. As always. Well, I guess it's not as always. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Dumb, like, boom, boom, boom. Stupid.
Yeah. Because I just I'll have to update my expert consensus ranking or my rankings for the ranking competition.
All right, I think we're still gonna go ball. Yeah, I mean, with Drew Holiday out, I feel like Giannis is just a really smash play.
He's good every night. Like
no, I know.
It is like the.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I understand. I know. I'm just saying. Like, I think with him out, he's even more.
I still want to play. I don't know. So I made a lineup myself that I'm messing with right now. Hold on.
Where's Mitchell at forward?
No, Donovan Mitchell's a guard.
Oh.
So I made one real quick with just Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum, and then I played Mo Bamba. I'm shooting for the big upside on that one. That's the $3 contest though. Buddies, what do you think we get it from the Cowboys tonight? I'm like a lot of crap because if you're listening and you're following the football stuff too, the Cowboys they elevated Jaquan Hardy and Ito Smith from the practice squad as COVID replacements. So that means Zeke's not playing. Zeke's not doing anything tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do anything. I mean, damn it. I mean, the Derek Gore was a bad call. Thought it was gonna be a good call. I mean, only because I thought KC was gonna get up. What the fuck? Their defense is playing like shit. I mean, I feel like now the Corey Clement call is a really, really good call.
Maybe, but then like they called up 2 running backs. So like if they just split it 3 ways, it might not be that great either. But I don't think either of those 2 guys are on the SuperDraft slate anyways.
So who'd you play at forwards?
For the last one?
Yeah, you said Middleton, right?
Yeah, I play Middleton, Giannis, and Tatum.
It was a $4 one, so
yeah. Who you got all in there so far?
I got Ball, I got Mitchell, I got Cunningham. Those are my guards.
Yeah.
Would you put Cunningham in at your forward?
No, I keep him on guard. I've been playing him at guard because I think there's enough forwards either way.
Jamar Chase is so ridiculous. I really hope he can get that rookie record.
He's not going
I
to
mean,
get
it's
it.
taking him longer than it took. Like fucking, I can't remember who they were saying earlier on the show. It was like somebody in like the 60s, but it's like they had 16 games back then.
They had 14.
Yeah, so I mean that's ridiculous.
I really hope Kyle Pitts.
Ditka with the fucking like his touchdowns, like the amount of touchdowns he had, and over 1,000 yards. You know that's crazy. He's for a tight end.
But I hope Kyle Pitts doesn't break his record.
Well, I mean, I hope he does because
I don't.
That's a lot of people up.
Because everybody's going to be like, oh, I'm like, yeah, but he did it in 17 games. Ditka did that in 14.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get that, but it's still a big deal.
But people are going to make too big a deal out of it is my problem.
Ooh. Who you got at center
again? You know what I mean? What?
I
play Mo Bamba. Do the Mo Bamba. He's got a song about him.
Did he
know that?
He was what I was talking about the other night when he had like 2 blocks in a row, right?
No, that was Bismack Biyombo.
Oh, Biyombo. Yeah, dude, I was like, damn, dude, it was crazy. He just like blocked. They do it up again. He's like, not in my house. Blocked him again.
It's funny because you said that like he had like 2 blocks in like 11 seconds. He didn't do anything else.
I was like in like it's like 3 seconds. Because it's like it was instant.
He didn't do anything else the rest of the night.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's funny.
All right, let's see this. Let's see. Do we just put Tatum in or do we put Sabonis in? I got Middleton. I got Portis. Those are like 2. I mean, you just go Sabonis or go Tatum. Or no, we go Giannis. Yeah, we're going there.
Who you got so far for forward?
So forwards, I got Middleton, Portis, and Giannis.
I ain't playing all $3. Just play two of those guys.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that, dude. No,
I'm not completely against it, but it's just like it's not the worst thing you could do. But
I'm not completely against it either. I like Tatum too, though. I mean, I think Sabonis might be a safer play. So I don't know. Tatum might be a better play.
I don't know. I think Tatum's the safer bet to get more shots, at least, because we saw games where Sabonis only gets 9 shots, but
Tatum has the 0.05 times multiplier more.
Yeah, let's go Tatum then.
Don't talk me into it.
I ain't going.
All right, so this is the last. If you guys are still listening in, hopefully you guys are still listening in. We appreciate y'all coming in too and talking with us. It's dope. Booker's playing at home. Is he a better play than Ball?
Booker is. I don't think playing at home doesn't matter very much. Like these guys are professional athletes. It's not like football, like where like sound and stuff matters. Like calling plays in. Booker, they're both definitely good plays. Like if Booker makes the shots, could be the best play on the slate. If LaMelo Ball gets a triple-double like he could most days, then he's probably the best play on the slate. Like they're both very good plays.
All right, so we'll get this last one out here. We got Ball. So at guard, we got Ball, we got Mitchell, and we got Cunningham. And then at forward, we got Middleton, we got Portis, and we got Tatum. And at center, we got Mo Bamba. Enter that shit.
Mobamba. I hope we get a ceiling Mobamba game. Those are so fun.
All right.
But now that we played him, we'll get like the 20-point game. Played good the last time, though.
4 lineups in. We got a lot of Tatum.
Yeah, a lot of Tatum.
That's all right.
Yeah. Could be worse. There's worse guys you could have a lot of.
Could be worse. Oh shit, Sir Bongslot, what's up, brother? Joe Mama's World, what up, Joel? The Bucks won. I did change 2 players on your guys' advice and took 6 in Elite last night. Matthews and Portis. Thanks for the money. Hey, thanks for supporting the show. That's what we really like.
I think he played. Oh no, I think we had the same amount of points though, but he changed to like a captain and something around.
Yeah, Giannis at the captain spot.
Yeah, and I had Milton.
The G.
Da-da-da-da-da.
The Greek G is what they should call him.
Do I want to change this?
Dude, Williams is just like he gets the ball. He catches the ball, and then doesn't do
Daryl.
much. Yeah, no. Javonte Williams.
Oh, you gotta be specific.
My bad. You're right.
There's more than one Williams.
All right, let's see what time. Let's see what time we got shit with Alex. I mean,
Hold on.
even on here. What? Let's see. Wonder if you posted it yet.
Let me see. Let me see if we got the 7:30 game starting lineups yet. Of course, we don't have the Utah one yet. That'd be too nice.
Let me text Alex.
So did Tyreek Hill get hurt like in this game then?
I don't know.
I heard like his ankle was messed up or something.
I mean, he had a touchdown.
No, that's Kelsey.
I'm pretty sure Tyreek had a touchdown.
Pretty sure he didn't. I just looked at DraftKings and he had like 1.2 points.
Oh, they must have called it back. I thought he had a touchdown earlier.
Yeah, somebody said like he hurt his ankle like in the beginning of the game or it was swollen up or something. I don't know.
I mean, I saw him make some catches. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm seeing something else.
That was McKinnon.
No, I saw a 10.
Let's see. I see David down there. He said, thanks, brothers. What time's the slate start tomorrow? Sometimes Sundays earlier, by the way.
What was that?
Sometimes.
Sorry, Alex was asking. I asked him what time we were going on for the next show.
Yeah, hold on. Because sometimes Sunday slate starts earlier. So I think tomorrow starts at 5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7 games will be on the main slate.
We can pull that up.
There's 8. Yeah. There's 8 on the main slate. Never mind. The Bulls pop up first for me because it's saved on my favorite teams. You know, I don't watch the Bulls anymore. What?
Anthony's like, damn, Drew Lock. No problem, David. No problem. I mean, I think Drew Lock sucks.
Still better than Teddy.
Yeah, they both suck. Teddy's the bridge. He's a bridge quarterback.
Teddy is like the guy that you're okay with having be your backup. Teddy's just Chase Daniel, but not white.
Let's see here. Come on, football. Let's get one of these in here.
Hold on. Remember, you know what's funny? You guys are making fun of McCole Hardman. He's got 7 for 59 right now.
7 catches?
Yeah, for 59 yards.
Holy shit.
He's got 10 targets. Pringle's 5 for 56.
He did really well.
Yeah.
Our
Tyreek
goofy
Hill's
lineup didn't hit.
Tyreek Hill's only got 1 catch for 2 yards, 3 targets.
Damn.
I'm winning. I'm winning my bet. I made a side bet with one of my buddies. I'm like, Tim Patrick's gonna outscore Jerry Jeudy.
Let's see.
Tim Patrick has 5 catches for 60 yards. Jerry Jeudy has 1 catch for 2 yards.
You want to play a game tonight? We can play a game tonight.
What kind of game?
For like tonight's game.
Are you doing like the single game football or what?
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
looks like
God,
it's a champion spot.
God, this is gonna be so ugly though. There's like nobody, like they don't even have half the guys that are playing in
We just put Corey Clement in a champion.
and then watch Jaquan Hardy runs in for a touchdown or Ito Smith.
I mean, we put in Kenny.
Might as well just put the freaking kicker.
Guys with higher multipliers, I'm definitely going with that. I mean, Greg Ward.
Yeah, I'm always down for Greg Ward. Turner.
Holy shit, Minshew? Hell yeah, I'm putting Minshew. What?
Yep. So put Minshew and Greg Ward.
Oh, dude, I'm about to do it. No way. I'm about to go play at $20 on this shit.
Greg Ward.
Yeah.
You might want to play both kickers too.
Whoa, dude, Minshew.
So let's see. They got a crap ton of people out for.
Dude, that is a fucking. You want to win some free money tonight? If anybody's paying attention.
So Dak's actually starting still, though, right?
No, I'm talking about Minshew. I don't think.
I'm talking about Dak.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm fine with the Minshew and everything, but like I'm looking at like the inactives and stuff, and like the third string quarterback's still inactive for the Cowboys. So I think Dak's still starting. It's like, do you play Dak and just have him play a half? Like the Eagles are without both their corners. So it's like, do you just hope like you hit the right wide receiver and Dak like right off the bat or something?
So you know how many people already had their shit in, like all their lineups in before, you know. Oh, there goes Mahomes for a rushing touchdown. He's like, yeah, Drew Lock, suck my. Oh, that was for a 2-point conversion, I think.
What was I gonna say? My buddy just said Chiefs DST. What'd they do?
Yeah, I think they had a interception or some shit like that.
I'm like, what'd they do?
Let's see. Oh shit! Melvin Gordon fumbled it. That was a nice hit. Holy shit! And then return for a touchdown. Then Mahomes runs it in for a 2-point conversion.
How much time's left in that game?
I don't know. They didn't show it yet. 7 minutes and 42 seconds.
Okay. I'm not gonna talk anything about trash about my side bet, because then like if I talk trash, then it'll be like Jerry Jeudy gets like a stupid touchdown with like 2 minutes left or something. I'm really good at these stupid side bets with people.
Let's see. We got Greg Ward in there. You want to play Zerline and you want to play. So we want to play both kickers, right?
Maybe, because at least you know they're going to be in the game the whole time, unless they get knocked out, I guess. But right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because like, how many other people do we know are actually going to be playing in the game for most of the game?
All right, who else do we want to put in there? We just want to make this a funky ass shit.
You want to put Corey Clement in?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that.
Because like I don't know, it's such a weird game. Because we don't.
He's gonna be way down at the bottom. 3 times multiplier. I mean,
come on. For me. Screw it.
Oh, I mean, come on, dude. It's a crazy looking. This is a crazy shit, but I mean,
it looks crazy, but
it's gonna hit. It's gotta hit.
But like, at least these guys are gonna play in the game. Like we don't even know like Dak could just be like active as emergency quarterback.
Hell yeah, Uncle Buck. Let's make that money. Let's hope. We had a couple lineups we set. We set a couple lineups, but I feel like they were all really good looking lineups tonight.
They're pretty good.
They're doing pretty well. I think in all honesty, I think in the last 5 days, I think I've missed I haven't made money on basketball maybe one night.
Yeah. Basketball's pretty good. Like every once in a while you get a random one in there. SuperDraft is.
I just like it because it's like, you know, you can play anybody the hell you want. I mean, that's the best part about it. Like, you can legit set your lineup.
Yeah, you don't have
any
to worry
way you
about the
want.
money.
Yeah,
That's the nice part
like,
about SuperDraft. You don't have to worry about your money because so some sites you'll be like, if you just want to, so like some sites you're just better off if you just play Giannis, LeBron, like Jokic,
yeah.
and Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul and whatever. But like other slates, like you're way better off if you play like 3-2x guys. It makes an interesting element to the strategy, at least.
All right, so if you guys want to, I'm gonna get another game in. I mean, I'm gonna get a couple games on here. I mean,
Yeah,
fucking,
you good.
So
do we?
Minshew at our champion, and then Greg Ward, Jake Elliott, Greg Zerline, and then Corey Clement. I mean, and I can't pass up that 3 times multiplier. I mean, I don't trust him enough. I mean, obviously, I don't trust him more than Minshew, obviously the champion. I think he's gonna at least get. I mean, if he gets a touchdown, that's 3 fucking touchdowns.
Let's see this. Now, if he gets 1 touchdown, that's 18 points right there.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
And if I mean, we already know Pollard isn't out, so it's already a good play. He's already going to get opportunities. And what plays out? Opportunity is what plays out.
If they called up both practice squad running backs, Zeke's not going to carry in this game.
Yeah.
Or like where he gets 1 drive probably if anything.
It's so yeah.
But now I got to add Cooper Rush to my freaking rankings.
Tim Patrick, damn.
What do you do now?
Nice.
That's my boy.
Finally had a nice play.
I don't think people understand how good Tim Patrick actually is.
No, I know he's good.
No, but like most people don't understand how good he actually is. This dude's like 6'5". He can run by people. He can get jump balls. Like he hasn't dropped a pass in like 2 years.
See, that's what I think about KJ Osborne too. I mean, he's not the biggest guy, but he just doesn't drop really. I mean, 3 catches you saw the other night. He had like a huge game, touchdown. I mean, but I mean, the one thing I'm gonna tell you right now, the one thing that really made like, whoa, that's pass interference for sure.
Yep.
No flag. Whoo, that's questionable. That's questionable. Shit, I lost my train of thought.
No, you don't have to tell me 3 times about KJ Osborne. I told people to pick him up.
Oh yeah,
he was 2%. He was 2% rostered in dynasty leagues before the season. I told people, I'm like, you need to pick him up now. And like, I know so many people that I told to pick him up that flipped him around for like a 2nd round rookie pick in like 2 seconds. The kid's good. Like I liked him on film. Last year he just only punt returned. He didn't do anything else because they didn't need him to. And Kirk loves him. Like if you ever just listen to Kirk Cousins talk about that guy.
Well, here's the crazy thing is like, so I was playing Madden, and I think it was like, so it's, you can kind of like make your own character, and I just made like a quarterback or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because like, what year was it? 19 or 20? I think it was whatever year that Jefferson was like the rookie, so it would have been last year. So so it's crazy because like Jefferson was like in when he first started playing, he wasn't doing so hot. So like that's how he played. He wasn't catching everything. He wasn't doing these crazy plays. I mean, yeah, he would catch the ball and some crazy shit, obviously, because they knew how talented he was. But like what's crazy? Oh, nice big Judy play. What was crazy is like KJ Osborne, any time he was in on a play, any single time I could make some wacky ass throw, dude, and he would just catch the ball. Like it didn't matter. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go pick that because I was in a Debbie league at that time, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go pick this guy up because nobody in this league probably knows, like, even thinking about this guy.
Yeah, dude, I love KJ. And so here's the thing, you know how people like knock guys that are like older prospects and stuff, or like 4-year guys, like going into the NFL draft, they're like, oh, they didn't declare like as a 21-year-old or whatever. Like the dude balled out for 3 years at Buffalo, transfers to the University of Miami, plays in a major conference and balls out there too. I'm like, okay, so that's the guy you want. Like any player that does really well at a smaller school, goes transfers to a bigger school and still does as well, if not better, is somebody you want to have on your team. Let's see. David's got a message down there too. He said, when does the golf tournament end? So the last day of the golf tournament is tomorrow. If you're
yeah.
asking when it ends today, it's probably like after 9 o'clock Central Time because they're in Hawaii.
Yeah, they are in Hawaii.
How's your golf lineup looking?
No, mine's not good. Mine was not good.
So
I took too much risk. Like I just diverted away from like everybody that I was like, everybody's gonna play these guys. I'm like,
so right now I am barely like on the board, like I'm on the good side of cashing in the elite and the premium, but the basic I'm on the outside looking in. So if the tournament ended right now, I'd make $7.50. It's better than nothing.
who's in the lead right now? I didn't even watch. I should have been watching golf earlier.
I think Smith's still in the lead. He shot 17 under the first, like combined.
The mullet, dude. It's the mullet. I'm telling you. If I would have known, I should have just been paying attention when we were talking about it earlier. I was like, I should have just been.
Yeah. So at least from my guy, so the guys that I ended up playing, so John Rahm's 15 under, he's in 4th. Sanjay's in 14 under, he's in 8th. Morikawa's 15 under, he's in 4th. Justin Thomas is 16 under, he's in 2nd. Shoffley is 14 under, he's tied for 8th. And then Kokrak is 5 under.
There was Fans touchdown. Damn it.
Fan scored a touchdown?
No, it was so close.
Ah, fuck.
It was a bad throw. Fucking terrible throw. Lock. I'd be so, man, if I was a receiver that playing for him right now, I'd be just so like exhausted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the $1 contest I'm in, Giannis came in at 76% ownership, and Sabonis came in at 57, LaMelo Ball's at 38, and Cade Cunningham's at 41. So pretty chalky, but it is a small slate too. So
all right, let's look at my live stuff.
Let's see the $3 contest I'm in. Let's see what ownership looks like. Donovan Mitchell is 43%. Giannis is 84% in the $3 contest, and Chris Middleton is 25%, and Mo Bamba is only 13%. Go Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba.
Hey, I mean,
dude, Mitchell's looking fucking money.
What? Oh, yeah. He's at that already?
Yeah, you just say
Ah.
Yeah, he's looking fire, dude. That was a good call.
Like he's already playing it.
Yeah, dude. He's I mean, they're not even that much in, and he's tearing it up. Good call.
My buddy, I made that bet with too for Tim Patrick. Jerry Judy, he's like, Tim Patrick's balling. I'm like, yeah, I know. I told you. So it's easy. If you're playing against the Chiefs, just pick whatever wide receiver lines up against Rashad Fenton. It's easy. Like the dude's terrible corner. Like how is he? I don't even get how he's still starting. Like people make football and fantasy football a lot harder than it really needs to be, especially like DFS stuff. Just play the good. Just play the players are playing against the really bad players.
Mama's World said $12 if I ended it now.
Slightly better than me.
It's a bad throw from a bad QB. Yeah, it was a terrible throw. That should have been that should have been a touchdown. No doubt that should have been a touchdown. Like it was a terrible throw. I don't know if you're watching the game at all, but it was bad. Throw it over. I mean, he's a big ass dude. Throw it over his shoulder. I mean, he threw it like way to the left, out of bounds.
What was I gonna do? What was I looking up? I was gonna look up the game.
Which game? I think I'd rather put on basketball now. Let's see if there's basketball. And probably not, because Hulu's like, you know what? Hulu has live sports, and we only care about football.
I don't care about that.
It's so stupid, dude. It's crazy how much they don't have basketball on. That was a nice route by Judy. That should have been a Judy touchdown. Wide open. Whoa! Wow, dude, he shook the receiver. Bad throw there, dude. But that was come on, dude. Look through your reads. Judy was wide open. Now he's blaming something else. Look at him. He's like, well, Fant wasn't out of bounds to catch that. He should have caught that out of bounds.
Let's see. So, what was I gonna say?
Snowmobiles rolling through the hood. I got a gas station. All the snowmobiles come out here.
The Hulu doesn't have as much basketball because of NBA League Pass. They got like so much right steals and stuff.
Oh, come on. Joel, why'd you play Tyreek? We already talked about. I mean, we thought he was definitely somebody we thought it would to go away from. Look at Zeke out there. He's trying to like look like a beast. It's the Cabo contract. I'm telling you, that's what's haunting him. Cabo contract.
So if you watched the game last week, he actually looked good. Like, but every time, like he'd get like an 18-yard run, they call it back on like a phantom holding penalty, like every time. So like his stats look terrible, but he actually was running the ball really well. Like he had some extra juice back again.
Whoo, there goes Mecole. That's gonna be that might be a touchdown. Whoo.
Let's see.
Whoa. Yeah, big Mecole game. I think that did I not say Mecole? And then I'm pretty sure that Huss told me, he said that's not a good play. He said Mecole sucks.
Mecole has he has stone hands, but when he catches the ball, he can do things. He's fast, but he can't catch half the time. So Donovan Mitchell, yeah, he's got 9 real life points so far. He made 3 threes.
Damn.
And Sabonis got 11 points already too. Real life points at least. And 1 turnover and nothing else. So if you played Sabonis and Mitchell together, you're doing pretty well.
Derek Gore is not getting any fucking work. Just because McKinnon got the one random touchdown, he's going to get all the work now.
It's because he's Derek Gore.
Dude, he actually looks really good when he gets the opportunities. I mean, he had a couple opportunities tonight that it didn't do well, but it's not really his fault. I mean, he legit ran to the fucking everybody. The line sucked there.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, he's still a 26-year-old undrafted free agent that bounced around practice squad to practice squad.
I mean,
I don't know.
I got nothing.
He's okay. Like he's a good third running back.
It was a bad call on my part.
It could have worked out, but the fact that the Broncos scored a bunch of points didn't help it.
I guess I can keep this back up.
Probably get out of here then.
You ready to get out of here?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if they got the lineups for the last 2 games real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Or not the last 2 games, but the 2 teams playing in the 7:30 game at the very least.
All right, come on, Mahomes.
Let's see. So, where is that at? So the Knicks starting. So the Knicks are starting. Oh, quickly is starting. So the Knicks starting lineup: Alex Burks, Quickly, Barrett, Randall, and Robinson, and then for the Celtics, it's Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Robert Williams.
Yes, come on, quickly.
Cool.
Play.
Yeah.
All right.
The fact that he's starting makes him look even better, but here's the thing: like his ownership, like if we knew this ahead of time, his ownership probably go up. But the fact that 60% of the slate is already locked, his ownership's not going to go up as much.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got all the.
I think he'll do all right. I think he'll do all right. Good enough to make me some money.
I hope he does well.
Well, tell him where to find you at, Craig.
Give me 1 second. Trying to type this out real quick.
Dude, McKinnon's getting like all the work. Fuck Derek Gore.
Did Williams get hurt or something?
No, that's probably just. I mean, they're up.
Oh, they're just doing that quick huddle, like passing offense. It's like 2-minute offense.
Timeout.
Yeah. But once again, you can find me on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport. You can find me on YouTube at Coach Craig Sports. You can find me back here tomorrow. We'll be talking some more NBA. I think it said tomorrow is 5:00 lock time, right?
5:00 lock time.
I think so.
Then we gotta come on at 4 tomorrow. 4:05 Central.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I'll double check that. Nope, wrong button. Yes, 5:00 Central Time tomorrow for 8-game slate.
5:00. So we'll be here at 4:05 tomorrow, Central Time.
That's a big Sunday slate too, because there's 8 games. There's like 2 afternoon games that are not on the main slate too. So that's a pretty big Sunday slate for NBA.
I'm excited. It'll be fun to play a big slate.
Yeah.
A lot of
Even
work.
more options. I feel like tonight was a pretty good slate for being 5 games though. There's a lot of different options at least.
So make sure, I mean, if you are, make sure you get signed up at SuperDraft Pro, SDCoachJC.com. Make sure you're playing. Make sure you get subscribed. At least get on the premium subscription or the basic. You need to be at least be on one of them. But we definitely recommend getting on the elite because that's where you're definitely gonna make money there. Craig's been definitely making some money there.
I see David down there in the comments. So he said tomorrow I don't know who to play. I got $20 ticket, $20,000. I think that was his NFL one, right?
So is this for NFL? David, shout it out. Let us know. Is it NFL?
Are you guys talking about NFL in the morning?
Yeah, we'll be talking about NFL in the morning. We always do.
Yeah.
We always do, David. So let's see. You said NFL tomorrow. What does he play
For NFL?
Yeah. David, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
There's still going to be like a lot of news coming out too, because it's going to be like, well, this guy's playing for this team, this guy's not playing. So it's going to make a big difference, especially with the multipliers too, because you're going to have all these like high multiplier guys that don't normally play that are going to pan out or maybe not pan out even.
All right. So you know where to find me. You can find me on YouTube, JC Money Design. You can find me on Hustler's channel. I'll be on there. We'll be on there tomorrow. We're going to be back here for basketball 405 on my channel. And we gotta get Craig linked up here, so I'll talk to Huss about that. We'll get you linked up. Also, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. We're gonna start posting some stuff on Twitter to keep you guys updated on all the lineups. Anybody that's in or out, because we had somebody like last night. Rudy Gay went out. At was it 6:27? He went out Central Time 6:27.
5 minutes before the game started.
Yeah, it was crazy. So like, we want you guys to be on top of your shit and, at least making these moves because that helped me make money and helped you make money. So,
yeah.
I mean,
you got to be quick on that stuff too. Like,
very quick.
I play on SuperDraft, I play on FanDuel, I play on DraftKings. So I got everything changed except one lineup. In that lineup that had Rudy Gay for 0 points, I missed out on cashing by like 2 points. So if it had just had any player that scored any points, would have been all right.
So you can find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter, JC Money Design. I got a giveaway going on Instagram, so you need to go follow me on Instagram. I got an autographed T. Higgins mini helmet. So go get signed up. Go follow me. So we'll be back tomorrow, 4:05. So anything you got to say before we get out of here, Craig?
Not too much. I'll be out of here for a little bit. I'm gonna go eat something, then I'll be back on the Point After podcast. So if you're interested in that, it's football podcast. We talk some Monkey Knife Fight. We talk some DraftKings single game showdown slate for the Chargers and the Raiders game that's going to be going on tomorrow. We're going to do some fantasy awards as well. So if you go over to the TNF network, it'll be 9 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Central time. I can't talk right now. I'll be over there with Julian, myself, and Mr. Thomas Tipple. We'll be going over all that stuff for about an hour or so. So if you're into that, definitely check that out as well.
And you can also come on tonight. We're going to be on late night tips. Alex and I are going to be, Hustler and I, we're going to be on for the late night tip show. It's going to be 9:05 Central time. So, late night, baby. So make sure you guys are there. Come holler. We're going to be talking about football, obviously. And maybe we can maybe answer your question there tonight. So peace out. Later, Craig. You're the fucking man, dude. You're the man.